Let's talk about age. Creating age-friendly cities should be a goal for every single state. It is here in Washington. Recently, the governor's office announced that Washington state has joined AARP's network of age-friendly cities and communities and U.S. Aging's Dementia-Friendly America. This statewide commitment embraces age-friendly projects like walkable streets, housing options, and more. And here for this important chat is our Governor, Jay Inslee, the first spouse, Trudy Inslee, and of course, AARP State Director Marguerite Ro. Thank you all for being here for this very important discussion because, Marguerite, I just want you to kind of share with everybody about this AARP network of age-friendly communities. What's that all about?
Well, you know, here in Washington, the older population is growing, and what we've heard from our residents is that, in fact, people want to stay at home and in communities as they get older. Yeah. And so, as part of AARP's age-friendly network, states and localities are committing to designing and planning an age-friendly community that works for older people. Yeah. And in fact for all residents. Yeah. And so as part of that process, they'll be convening with older adults, with community-based organizations, with businesses and state agencies to design and implement a plan to increase the livability. So as older adults age, they're going to be able to do that with dignity, respect, and with confidence.
And comfort.
And comfort.
I mean, the one thing none of us can escape is we're all getting older. And Governor, you have been working on aging issues for a long time. You have a long history of this. Why is this so important to you?
I brought a prop to explain that. It's a little button. It
says,
yeah? Aging so cool, everyone's doing it. I love this. It's so unifying, right? So if you're lucky, you're aging. The lucky people are aging. And
Amen to that.
And we're doing it. We are living longer, actually. And so taking care of this part of our lives is becoming more important over time as we live longer. And so I'm very proud of our state, of the things we've already done. Yeah. You know, our long-term care program, best in the nation, allows people to have $36,500 benefits to, so you can age at home and your family members can get paid to help you. And we're doing things like that because it is a unifying thing that if everybody who's lucky does age. Yeah. And there are great opportunities for people as you're aging, if you in fact think about it, to give you options to have multi-generational families, to get exercise opportunities, to have housing. Some of our efforts to allow housing for your family, to have auxiliary dwelling units so you can live with your families in the backyard if you want. Hey. So the kind of things we're doing, I think, are moving the needle to help people age with dignity and happiness and health, and that's working for us. Another important issue,
Trudy, I want to talk to you about this because Washington recently has joined the Dementia-Friendly America Network. What is that, and what outcomes y'all hope to see?
Well, thank you for addressing this in the first place. And
absolutely.
I also would encourage your viewers to access AARPs because you have wonderful resources, newsletters.
All the best resources.
Yes, yes. Well, with dementia care, I guess I'm hoping that it will become less of a stigma for people who do have that. My own mother was in memory care for the last couple years of her life, and she had wonderful care. But I benefited from resources like AARP and to learn how to talk to her without causing her to feel embarrassed because she couldn't remember, to say, do you remember? Don't say that. Say, gosh, we had a good time at that barbecue joint.
So helpful.
And if they remember, they'll talk about it. If they don't, you just move on to something else. And another thing I really hope we have is more respect and recognition of the caregivers.
Right.
That they have.
The caregivers.
Yeah, because they are so loving and they are so important in the lives of people who do need care.
That's why I love AARP. The support you give for caregivers. I've been one before, and it's phenomenal. Governor, I know that you're leaving office, but yesterday you gathered several state agencies to encourage a more comprehensive plan for our aging population. What is your hope for that after you leave?
Well, we want to embed this mission statement throughout state government so that our transportation department thinks about walkable communities so people can walk and get exercise. So our educational folks about how to have intergenerational opportunities for older folks in schools, for instance. Obviously for our health department to think about this and to understand the importance of this long-term care provision that does pay for compensation for caregivers, including your family.
Yeah.
So maintaining this for years ahead is something after I'm out of office, I certainly will be committed to, because it is such a protective thing. And also helping local communities. Local communities are doing some great stuff.
Yeah.
Like they have the walk in the zoos for people with dementia now in Seattle in the parks.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, these small things to give people opportunities to get out and enjoy your families in the outdoors can make a big difference. So hats off to the local communities that are building into their local plannings and their parks. Wonderful work's being done.
Thank you both. Seriously, Governor and Trudy, thank you for using your voices to put a light on this and to continuing to do it after you leave office. And Marguerite, I have to ask you before we go, what are our next steps on some of the issues that we need to address to be a more age-friendly state?
You know,
for the next governor.
Well, I hope that the next governor will continue to build upon what Governor Inslee has done. Mm-hmm. He's really laid a very strong foundation for us to build upon, and really thinking about those 820,000 unpaid family caregivers who could use more support, you know, in adult day services and respite and all of those things that we still need so that families can be together and so that they can thrive and that we all age as we would like to.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Marguerite. Thank you so much to both of you for being here today and making the trip. I appreciate it. And y'all, to learn more about AARP's age-friendly states and communities, go to the website you see right there on your screen to learn more.
This portion of New Day Northwest is sponsored by AARP and BECU.